Man, crazy day for just some of these players out on the field. I just watched Micah. Micah's isn't looking as bad. It still was a non-contact injury, but kind of still freakish, and I hope he's okay because I've seen players walk on torn ACLs. I hope it's not a torn ACL. But then look at my phone, I see the news of Adam Schefter talking about Patrick Mahomes, and they're saying on that play, Patrick Mahomes ended up tearing his ACL. Yeah, and you know, it's kind of a weird spot, right? So we're like towards the end of the season, and sometimes when you tear your ACL at this point for some of these guys, it's like, okay, well, can you get them back at the quarter point? Could you get them back at the halfway point? Like me looking right now at Kansas City, my guess would be that Patrick Mahomes is going to be back at the quarter to halfway point in the season. That's just what you hope. But sometimes you just never know how bad or how severe the ACL tear is. I know we're going to get more news from Adam Schefter, but if it's more than just an ACL tear, you just don't know how long that recovery is going to be. And I feel like when it comes to them tearing ligaments, these players tearing ligaments, something serious like an ACL or MCL, or anything serious like an Achilles. When Achilles is a little bit different, but I feel like when it's at this point towards the end of the season, the recovery, and for them being ready, for the first of the season, it's tough. It's tough, and this is really tough and not the best for the Kansas City Chiefs, man. It's not the best. I mean, they're sitting at 6-8. They're trying to get into the playoffs. They were just eliminated against the Chargers today. This team on both sides of the ball just hasn't been like we've seen before. There's been times when we see like the Chiefs, kind of like scamper, kind of be mid on offense, but their defense does enough. And this year, it just finally caught up to them, and they weren't able to overcome it. And then you have this Mahomes injury on there just to pile it on. And dude, I was hoping that it wasn't that serious, and it turns out that it is an ACL tear. Just a shitty way to end the season for the Chiefs. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like the Chiefs. I mean, hell, I don't like the Chiefs, but from just a football perspective, me being a fan, there's a lot of players on the Chiefs that I really enjoy watching, right? And to witness greatness from them, as good as they've been, it's a pleasure to watch. But for any fan that's going to sit there, and I'm not saying anybody is, but if you're going to cheer for Patrick Mahomes in this injury, because the Chiefs have some haters out there, like top-notch haters. Everybody thinks the league is rigged for them. I fully understand, which doesn't really make any sense to me considering they lost 8 games by 1 possession this year. Like, if the refs really were for them, I feel like they probably would have won a lot of those games if the refs favored them, but I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, man. I hope people have like a good head on their shoulders when it comes to this Mahomes injury, because when it comes to any of these players in the league, we're an NFL community. We like to talk shit. Sure, we like to talk shit, but at the end of the day, we just want to go out there and have some fun, cheer for our team, go back and forth with fans. But when it comes to injuries, that's something that I would never cheer for, and I don't ever want to see anybody that subscribes to me or anybody in our own community that is actively oh, well, it's karma. It's like, come on, dude. This whole rig shit, don't even get me started. So this Patrick Mahomes injury, didn't want to see it, was hoping not to see it, and it does turn out that he does have an ACL tear. So hoping for the best, hoping for a speedy recovery. Hopefully we can see him back at some point early on in the season. We'll see. These tears aren't like they used to be back in the day where it was like, oh, ACL tear, oh, you're done. Your career's done. It's like, no. It's not like that anymore. He's going to, go through the recovery process, probably 9 months, and we'll see at what point we can get Patrick Mahomes. But during that period, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have to retool their whole team. It's not like they can just fire back into the season and, expect to be good. They're going to have to retool their offense. They're going to have to retool their defense. And just to kind of pile on top of that, Patrick Mahomes coming off ACL injury, won't know what to expect from him, right? Especially after this year where he's kind of struggled. Like Patrick Mahomes has kind of struggled this year. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.